Well, I sure hope that all of this continues to build and comes to fruition, and that we do see some people held accountable. There do need to be people punished for this. I mean, it was the undermining of a presidency that we saw and are seeing all the documents that just kind of point to it and see and lay out how it unfolded. I mean, when you think about that, all the intelligence community had come to the conclusion that Russia somehow was unable to impact our elections. And then when you got to December 8th and then December 9th, that became very important dates when they all met together on, I think it was December 9th, with President Obama there in the White House. And all the players were there, from Brennan to Comey to Clapper, the whole 9 yards. And they determined and were told that they needed to go back and rethink this thing and turn it into something that everybody really understood and knew that it was not. And when you brought this to my attention just a couple weeks ago, Steve, when I was on your program and it was first beginning to come out, and you asked me, should this accountability be held all the way to the top? And I told you yes, that my position was follow the evidence. Whatever the evidence points to, we need to follow that evidence. Nobody is above the law. And it seems to be unfolding. And as you say, today, we have new information that is set up to be released that is going to continue to build this case.
Yeah. It does run all the way to the top. And the question then becomes, who was pulling the strings even after Barack Obama was out of office? That's the real question. Who was pulling the strings in 2017, 18, all the way up to the time that Mar-a-Lago was raided? If it's found that Barack Obama's back there pulling the strings, that's sedition. I mean, I don't know what else you would call it, Congressman. That is a crime. And because it went on for years, there is no statute of limitations. The other people clearly in the crosshairs, Brennan, Clapper, McCabe, I don't know what Hillary Clinton's culpability might be, but all of these people were in this mix. This, as Barack Obama said, flood the zone with sewage. Well, he did that, but some of it might be criminal, right?
Well, I think it certainly will prove to be, because at the end of the day, they continued to move this forward, put President Trump in a very precarious position, knowing that this dossier was just false in every respect, and then used it to do the things they did to General Flynn just a few weeks later, and put him in a unique position. So I think some folks have got to be called into account. I'm grateful that these documents are ending up in the Justice Department. This is an opportunity for Pam Bondi and her staff to really grab hold of this evidence and begin to let it proceed. So I'm going to be looking for action here as this thing continues to build.
Yeah, let me ask you about something here. A trade deal, a monster trade deal with the EU. I want to shift gears here a little bit. I don't know what Ursula von der Leyen got out of this, because the way I read this, the percentage of tariffs on the United States goods going to the EU, zero. 15% tariff on EU goods coming into the United States. That's 27 countries. All told, we're selling them liquefied natural gas, military equipment. They're investing in the United States. I think the total deal is $1.35 trillion, if I'm adding this right. It's a remarkable deal, where I'm not sure Ursula von der Leyen got anything out of it. But Trump got everything for America, it looks like to me. What do you say?
Well, I think it is a remarkable deal. And it shows once again that Donald Trump is indeed the negotiator in chief. He has shown us a real live action art of the deal. Some of the reports I've read throughout the afternoon is some of the folks over in Europe aren't real thrilled about it. But it seems the consensus is that this was the best we could do. I mean, this was the first time they really ran up against a president who took trade seriously and who understood that the United States has just been getting beaten year after year. And now he's not taking it anymore. He's standing up for the American people. He's negotiating these deals. And I think it is something that all Americans should be pleased with and thankful for. And I, for one, am grateful for yet another deal. And I think there are others in the pipeline we're going to continue to see. And I think it's an exciting time.
Real quickly, I want to ask you one thing. We talked about this just before you came on. I want to talk about the open Senate seat in North Carolina. Look, MAGA folks not fans of Tom Tillis. I understand that. But there's a chance that this seat's going to be Michael Whatley for the Republicans against Roy Cooper, the longtime AG and governor of North Carolina. It's going to be a real dogfight for Republicans to hold on to that seat. That could be a loss for the Republicans in the midterms, and that would be a terrible blow, wouldn't it?
Well, it would be a blow, but I don't believe it's going to be a loss for Republicans. I think that we're going to work hard here in North Carolina. This is going to be an election, quite frankly, that is going to be a continued mandate for President Trump. And look, when you look at the Democratic Party and you look at how leaderless they are, you look at how rudderless they are right now, you look at the fact that they really don't have issues. They can't get together on anything. And I really truly believe that this will be one of those elections that we know the issues and how conservatives are delivering. President Trump is delivering on his America First agenda. We've got a Congress that's working hard to make sure that agenda is moved forward. And I believe that when we come to these midterms, and including the Senate seat here in North Carolina, that the citizens in North Carolina are going to see an opportunity to continue moving in this America First agenda. They're going to remember which party made sure their taxes didn't go up significantly in the One Big Beautiful Bill. And they're going to remember who's serious about these rescission packages and cutting spending. And I just believe that when you put the Republicans versus the Democrats, it's going to show up in North Carolina.
Well, I think you're probably right. North Carolina's gone red in presidential races most of the time in recent years. So that's good. All right, sir, thank you so much as always.
Thank you for having me. It's a joy.
Always a joy to have Mark Harris here. All right, there you have it.